So in this video, we're going to talk about using asynchronous APIs in Zenphi. Typically, when you want to call an API, you use the standard make HTTP request action. In that structure, you call an API and wait for the response. After 5, 10, or maybe 20 seconds, you get the result and simply move on. But we have a concept called Async API, and many modern services support this. In this structure, we send the request, but we also provide a callback URL to them. The service doesn't return the final answer immediately. Instead, it accepts the job, works on it in the background, and when it is finished, it sends the result to the URL you provided, your callback URL. One of the biggest advantages of this is preventing timeouts. Complex tasks, like generative AI, take a lot of time. If you wait on the line, you might time out. By using the callback pattern, we avoid this completely. The real-world scenario, Flux.1 AI. For this demo, we are going to use an image creator series named Flux. However, we do have a fully functional action for generating images with AI. We are using this API here only to demonstrate how to work with async APIs. Here is the setup I want to achieve. I have an input prompt. Create a massive and interconnected digital cloud network, glowing with green light filaments. In the center, write Zenphi. Include floating icons of Google Sheets, Gmail, and Google Drive. Now, normally I would just call the API, but here is the issue. The make HTTP call with callback action in Zenphi puts the secure URL in the header. However, services like Replicate, Adobe, ChatGPT, and CloudConvert expect that URL to be inside the JSON body. To solve this, we need to move the URL from the header into the body. I have created a mini flow that handles this for you, which you can find in our community site labeled Sample Wrapper for Async Services. I have explained how it works in the post, and there is an attached file for you to download. So here is how to use it. Download the mini flow file. Import it into your workspace. Once imported, open the wrapper flow. You don't need to touch the setup actions. Scroll to the end and add a standard make HTTP request action. For URL, paste the API URL of the service, in this case, the Flux. For headers, add your authorization token, bearer token, and body. This is the important part. Instead of writing complex JSON here, simply click the token picker and select the result token from the action named setup, HTTP body. This action has already prepared the body and inserted the correct callback URL for you. So the only steps required in the main flow are to enter the API URL for this trigger and include the request body. For the callback URL field, simply enter the exact token callback URL in brackets as shown. So let's run it and see what happens. Okay, as you can see, it worked. The main flow paused, the wrapper called the AI, and when the image was ready, it called us back. Let's look at the logs, and here is the result, a link to our generated image. You can use this exact same wrapper pattern for Adobe Acrobat Sign, CloudConvert, or any other low-cost async API service. Thank you for watching.